Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting out war against the Grey. Today's video, we have a Crusade campaign starting with the Aeldari. Now, for those of you who watch our Age of Sigmar stuff, you might have seen we started a Path to Glory campaign following a single player Path to Glory version with the Stormcast Eternals. This will be much the same thing, but for Warhammer 40k, and we'll be looking to do this with all our different armies on the channel over time, and indeed new armies that we build up as well. Now in this we're going to be playing a one-person campaign, so I'm going to be playing with the Aeldari, and we're going to have various members of the group here that are going to take place and going to play with the various adversaries that I'll be versing across the case of the campaign. To start with, we're going to start trying to play through all the missions in the original core rulebook, and then we'll work on some of the specialist missions in some of the campaign supplements for Crusade that have come out over time. Now with that said, I'm going to be playing with the Aeldari. I'm going to be Craftworlds Ulthway. For those who've seen, our army on the channel is a Craftworlds Aeldari Ulthway. And so I'm going to be showing you the army. We'll go through, run through all the units, a little bit of narrative on each of them. You know, not too much narrative because we want to build this story for them as we progress through this campaign. Now, we're going to be adding more units and we'll show them at the beginning of each other battle before this. But with that said, let's get going on. We'll show you the original army list. We're going to be starting off with the campaign. We'll show you all the units that are going to be beginning the Crusade campaign. And then we'll be getting into the first battle. And here we have the Aeldari forces setting out from Crusade from the Craftworld of Ulthway. And this is Farseer Camapign. He is searching out ancient Aeldari artifacts scattered throughout the galaxy that have been lost to the Aeldari race. Joining him is the autarch Celestis Anvath. She is a long-time friend of Camapign, mainly pretty much the same age as the Aeldari Farseer, but both having travelled along very different paths from their youth. The citizenry of Ulthway, the Black Guardians, have joined the two characters on their quest. These are led by the Guardian named Anvarik Seer. The outcasted Rangers of Ulthway, led by Sanfuik, the Ranger here, have been travelling along the webway paths and did witness the fall of Cadia itself. The squad of Dire Avengers from one of the many temples of Dire Avengers are located within the Craftworld of Ulthway, led by Eldain Iran the Autarch. The ancient and mighty Wraith Lord of the grand hero Sieneth Kane. She has long since guarded the Craftworld of Ulthway from all manner of evil. The Warlock Ilyon Naton is one of the many acolytes of the Farseer Camapign. Ever at their master and tutor's hip, they have joined the Crusade along with the master. Joining their ranger brethren of Santhurk, we have Kyrios Sunlance, the Shroud Runners. They once again have witnessed many dooms come over the Eldar, none more recent than seeing the world of Cadia fall. The Warp Spiders of the Shadowbane Temple are led by Fugathar Shadowbane himself, the High Exarch of the Temple. And so here we have a list rundown of our Aeldari Crusade force. Now, to begin with, we have spent 4 of our Crusade points. This is getting us a Relic and Warlord trait, both on our Warlord, and then we've also taken 2 Exarch powers as well. We need to take the Exemplar of the Shrine to be able to get that. So both our Exarches in our 2 different squads will have those. That spends 4 out of our initial 5 Crusade points for the army. So we are playing in Craftworld Ulthway. This gives us the Foresight for the Damned, and then we're going to get access to the Relics, Warlord traits, and all of that. The Relic and Warlord trait we've chosen on our Farseer, which is going to be Fate Reader for the Warlord trait, and then we're going to have the Ghost Helm of Al-Shazir. These are really fun. And then we've also got a Singing Spear on our Warlord as well. Now, our Autarch has an Autarch Jump Generator, Howling Banshee Mask, Reaper Launcher, and Starglaive. And then we go to Troops, where we've got 10 Guardian Defenders and 5 Rangers with a Wireweave Net. Elites-wise, we have the Dire Avengers. They've got their Avenger Shuriken Catapults with the Exarch with the 2 of them, and the Shredding Fire Exarch power. Warlock has the Protect and Jinx Psychic power, along with a Witchblade. And then our Wraith Lord has an Aeldari Flamer, Shuriken Catapult, Ghostglaive, and Star Cannon. For fast attack, we then have 3 Shroud Runners and 10 Warp Spiders with an Exarch with Twin Death Spinners and Power Blades, and the Web of the Sea Exarch power. Before we get into today's video, we'd like to give a special thanks to our channel sponsors. First of all, to Mithras Games, who provides us with all our amazing game mats for the channel. Terrainheim, who provides us with MDF terrain and the amazing trackers you see in games like Warhammer Age of Sigmar on the channel. The Dice Guy for supplying us with amazing dice, and Monty's Tabletop Terrain for supplying us with fantastic 3D printed terrain at an affordable price. Thank you all for your support on the channel. If you'd like to go and have a look at any of these companies, we'll leave links to all four of them down in the description of the video. And so we are all deployed for our first game of Crusade with the Craftworld Ulthway Aeldari. Now to start with, we have our Farseer deployed here, Camapign, and then the Autarch Celestis Avanth is down there. Got our Guardians who are led by Anvarixia, and then the Rangers forward deployed led by Sanfuik. We have the Dire Avengers led by their Exarch Eldari Iran and the Wraith Lord Cianethid. We then have the Warlock down here who is Ilyon Naton, and the Shroud Runners over here led by Hrimfroth, Sunlance, and then lastly the Spiders of Fugatha Shadowbane. Across the table as well, we're going to have the Horde of Tyranids, Swarmlord, some Gaunts, we've got a unit of Pyrovores back there, the Zonothropes, the Broodlord and his Genestealers advanced deployed, and Biovore in the back corner. And so we now roll off to see who's going to get the first turn. I got a 6. That's the best roll I've had so far. You've got a 1. Woohoo! Luck has changed when it matters the most, but Eldar have to go first now. Alright, so fate dice for the beginning of turn 1 for the Aeldari. So, because I have a Farseer on the table, I can reroll 1. And because I have the Ghost Helmet of the Alcidaire, I can take an extra dice back. So I'm definitely going to take those 2 saves. We'll take a 3, 2, and 1 as well. And so just before the game begins as well, I've got my free move that I've done with the Shroud Runners. So we're going into the command phase for the turn. Right, command points all sorted. Command phase, Autarch here is going to just put his aura out. He doesn't need to do anything more than that. So we're going to go straight into movement with the Force, and we'll come back after it's all done. Alright, so we have moved up all the Aeldari forces. We did choose with the Sunlance's Shroud Runners. We've chosen to advance them, and we've also spent an advance point with the Rangers from Sanfuik, and they spent our fate dice, so they auto ran 6. So that's going to mean they can't use their heavy weapons this turn, but they are in a good position for next turn. So with that, time to go into some Psychic. Alright, so Warlock is going to go with Protect. We're going to cast it on the Wraith Lord. So let's see whether we can get it off. That's a 10, certainly off there. Because he's a Ulthway Psychic, he gets +1 to his first one, so 11. Alright, so attempting to deny, you do need boxcars on this. That is certainly not. So he's got Protect on, which just gives him +1 to his save. Alright, so Camapign here is going to cast Guide on the Shroud Runners of the Sunlance. So we are going to go. That is a 9, 10. You cannot deny that because it's a 10 thanks to the Ghost Helmet. It's undeniable. So we're going to attempt Doom next because we can actually see the Gaunts with Camapign. Now, I do need to roll the 10 plus because I'm out of the 18-inch range. So that's a 7. That is not enough. So that fails. Well, it successfully cast, but no one's in range to be doomed. So that is that for Psychic. Time for some shooting. Right, so how we're going to shoot with the Sunlances here is we're going to put the Ranger Long Rifles that are going to go into the Swarmlord, and all the Star Cannons, Scatter Lasers are going to go into the Gaunts. So, Ranger Long Rifles, they are hitting on 2 pluses. 2 hits. They will be with a strength of 4, toughness of the Swarmlord is... So, do need 6s to wound. Nothing, no wounds on the Swarmlord, but we now go to Scatter Lasers. And so, Scatter Lasers into the Gaunts, we are hitting on 2s. Just thrice. And wounding on 3s thanks to your Highfleet Leviathan Biomorph, but still a decent amount of wounds, so that many saves. No AP on these. These are your 6-up saves. Or 5-ups on Gaunt. 6-ups or 5-ups? And so 5-up saves. You saved 2, so that's still going to be 5-10. That is enough to completely wipe them. And so Wraithlord here, she is going to target the gaunts at the back with her Shuriken Cannon pole. Both hit. That'll be a 3 to wound, just strength 4, 1 wound. So that'll be AP -2, so that just goes straight through and kills the gaunt. Then the Star Cannon into the gaunts as well. Both hit on 3s. And both wounds, so that'll kill another 2 gaunts because they are -3 AP. And that is it for shooting with the Aeldari this turn. So that'll be the end of my turn. On to Tyranid turn 1. Right, so command phase for the Tyranids. The Swarmlord is going to use both his abilities to put objective secured and rerolls to hit on the Pyrovore unit, which are core. And so then we'll go into movement after that. And so the Broodlord will use his ability, obviously, on his Gene Stiller buddies as well. Alrighty, so movement all done for the Tyranids. Swarm advances upon the Aeldari with the Swarmlord going around the flank there. So now it is time for some psychic powers. Alright, so starting with Swarmlord is going to cast the Psychic Power Catalyst on himself for a 5-up, feel no pain. Goes off on an 8, I will try and deny it. 7 does not deny, so he has a 5-up, feel no pain. He's then also got the power of Paroxysm to stop one of my units being able to Overwatch as well. For his second power, he's going to go with Smite from the Swarmlord. That's going to be D6, so I can't stop it on a double 6, so that's going to be D6 mortals on the Dire Avengers. For 6, ugh, yuck. Good thing I'm Ulthway, so I have 6 ups past 1, so 5 dead Dire Avengers, ouch. Broodlord is going to go Smite as well, so 2d6, he needs +1 on the others to get it though. So casting, 5 does not cast successfully.
Okay.
And so lastly, Zonothrope's going to use Smite as well, getting +3 to their cast. So 2 dice. So that will cast. And so the Zonothropes do D3 plus 3 mortars from 3 mortars in the unit, so 4. Alright, so it's on the Shroud Runners, so we have 6-up wards thanks to Ulthway. Past none, so it's going to kill a Shroud Runner and put a mortal on another.
Is it one?
And so now it is the shooting phase to start off with. You're doing the action for the Biovore. Alright, so starting the shooting off, we have the Pyrovores are going to target the Shroud Runners of the Sunlands. So 3d6 shots. So that is 9, 10, 11, 12 shots. So Pyrovores automatically hit. So you are needing 4s to wound. Your strength 6. Sorry, 3s to wound. 3s to wound, not 4s. Alright, so 6-up saves required on our Shroud Runners now. Save 3, that is still going to be enough to wipe the unit out. So Termagants here are going to shoot the Rangers of Sanfuik. So they are needing 4s to hit. And needing 3s to wound. Just 2. So these are -1, so these will be 3-up armor saves. Pass 1, fail 1. Yep, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Passed. So no damage to Sanfuik. And his Rangers, so that's it for your shooting. Yeah, now you get to place your Spore Mines. So D3 to see how many are going to come. For 2. And so Spore Mines are down on the table. So next we've got the Assault phase. So, first of all, who's charging first?
What's the range?
So, Broodlord is going to charge in first. He needs a 5. That is not a charge. Do you wish to spend a CP?
Yes.
Yep, spending a CP to re-roll that. To a 9, that'll get you in. And so, we are going to Overwatch for 2 CP here. So, we're going to start with the Shuriken Catapult, hitting on 6s. With Overwatch, 1 hit. No wounds. Now, the Flamer automatically hits, so it will be D6 shots for 4. We'll be needing 5s because you're higher toughness. So, all the way I can reroll 1 wound roll. So, 2 wounds on him. No AP. So, just a base save.
Oh.
4+, I believe. So 4+ saves. Pass on. Cool. Takes a wound, and then I've just got my Star Cannon, which you get no hits with. Alright, so Gene Stealer is now assaulting the Wraith Lord. They need a 7 to get into her. They got all 11. Alright, so the Gene Stealers have got into Sianioth. Kane, now, can she survive this? So, Gene Stealers are going to be +1 AP on any 6 to wounds. They're going to go into her first. So, Gene Stealers into her. They are going to need 3s to hit, I believe they hit on. Alright, so hitting on 3s. Alright, so now we are needing 6s to wound the Wraith Lord. But those 6s will be AP -4. Alright, so 5. I'm now on a 6-up save thanks to +1 from Protect. I'm going to use my 2 6s that were my Fate dice to auto pass 2. So now I've got 3 saves to make at 6+. Pass none, but so that's 3 damage. I'm then going to spend 2 CP to allow Sianeth Kane to interrupt the combat here against the Broodlord and fight him. Alright, so she has 4 attacks. I'm actually going to use Sweeping Blow because of the Leviathan. I can't actually wound you on the 2+ that the extra strength would give me. So Sianeth is going to hit on 3s with 8 attacks. That was a good call considering I just missed 3 of them. But we are going to wound on 3+ now. I can reroll 1. Yep, I can reroll, so that is 4. These will all be on your invons,
which is
4+, 5+ or 4+. So 4+ invons. So take 4 damage from that. All right. So the Broodlord now attacking. You need 2 pluses to hit. All hit. 5s to wound though. This will be my saving grace. That is my saving grace. Those are AP ability though, so it's just going to do 2 damage. And so that is the end. She doesn't die. She takes 5 wounds there. We will have to take a morale check here for the Avengers of Aeldari, though. So let's see what we get. 3 + 5, that's 8. I think I'm fine on that. So just past there. So now we go into the start of turn 2 for the Eldar. So we are going to roll our fate dice for the rounds. We're going to re-roll one of those ones. So that is, we'll take the 3s, 2, 4, and a 1, because I can take an extra one, due to being Ulthway. Alright, so I'm going to use Stratagem the command phase for a CP, which is going to be the Tears of Isha, meaning I'm going to get to return D3 wounds to the Wraith Lord.
You can do that while in combat?
For 2. And so with the Wraith Lord there, Sianeth, you're regaining 2 wounds. It's going to be the end of our command phase, so we're going to count up some victory points. And so we're just getting the 10 victory points here for controlling this objective. Other than that, we are going to go into some movement. And so we have all our movement done. The Guardians have moved up here, along with the Warlock Ilian behind them. Meanwhile, the Autarch Celestis has moved up along with her Warp Spotter entourage from the Shadowbane, and then the Dire Avengers as well from Eliodin Erin have moved up already to target Swarm Lord. So let's go into some psychic powers, and we're going to start with Kelnathi Karai. Alright, so we're going to start with going with Doom on the Swarmlord to begin with. That will go off. No, it won't actually. No, that'll fail. So no Doom, no rerolls to wound. We're then going to guide the Warp Spiders. Ooh, guide will fail as well. So we will then just go with Smites then. Start first one. That'll happen. Smite. Might as well try. And in 8. We do not, so it's going to be mortals on the Gene Stealers, so D3. For 3 mortals on the Gene Stealers, that'll be a 6-up invuln on them, 5-up invuln on them. Oh wait, no, invulns against mortals, so no, just 3 dead Gene Stealers. And the Warlock will go with a Smite as well. That'll go off, so D3 mortals again.
Is that including the
Yep, Dispel, stopped. Alright, so Wraithlord, we're going to put the Shuriken Catapult and the Star Cannon into the Broodlord, and then we're going to put the Flamer into the Gene Stealers. So, start with that Shuriken Catapult, hitting on 4s, 1 hit, 1 wounds.
5+?
4+, because you always got your Invon. Nope, takes a wound. Now the Star Cannon. 1 hit. Can reroll 1 wound per model and a fail to wound you with that. So D6 shots with a Flamer for 6. They auto hit against Gene Stealers, so these are 4s to wound. So 4. 3, sorry. Just your
armor.
Base armor, so your 4+ save. So 5+ save on the Stealers. 2 die from the Flamer. So the Guardians here, the Black Guardians of Ulthway, are going to shoot the Termagants. We are 3s to hit and 4s to wound. That's, I can reroll 1 wound roll. Alright, so the first lot here, these are 6-up saves on these ones. So that is 5 dead so far, and then these are 5-up saves. Yeah, that's them wiped. Alright, so they've now killed a unit with shooting. So we'll go onto the... We'll start with the Autarch over there into the Swarmlord. So Celestis is going to do a 1 shot into the Swarmlord. She misses. So we'll leave it at that. Go to the Warp Spiders next. So the Warp Spiders, 11d6 shots. How many are we going to get? We have 10, 16, 20, 35, 40. Nice round number. Alright, so the Warp Spiders here, led by Shadowbane, are going to be 3s, re-rolling 1s thanks to the Autarch nearby. And so re-rolling our 1s to get all of the 1s to hit. Okay. Wow. We're on a bit of fire here. We do need 5s to wound though. And so we now have 13 saves from the Warp Spiders. These are going to be on a 4-up invulnerable save. So 4-up invulnerable save. Ooh, that's a pretty good roll. Just that. Now you're 5-up, feel no pain. Take 2 wounds from that. And so the Dire Avengers of Eldian will shoot the Swarmlord as well, needing 3s, re-rolling 1s. And so re-rolling 1s. Move this. And then we will need 6 to wound, but they're going to be AP, just taking you down to your invuln. I can re-roll 1 per unit, so 2 more saves on your invuln.
Oh, 4+?
Yeah, 4+. And then your 5-up, feel no pain. Saved, wow. Rangers here will shoot the Swarmlord as well, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 6s, but 6s do a mortal in addition. Can reroll 1 per unit. Nope, nothing from them. He's going to throw his Singing Spear at the Swarmlord as well. Hits. Wounds. No AP, so it will be a 2-up save. Saved. Damn. Alright, so assault phase. We're going to go for it. We're going to take the Swarm Lord down. Autark's going to assault first. So Autark assault. That is in. And the Warp Spider is going to charge in as well. And they're in as well. Alright, so we're going to attack with the Autark first. She, Celestis, and Vath is going to hit the Swarm Lord. So going to be hitting on 2s. We'll leave it at that. And then wounding on 3s, because I can't be any better. I'm going to reroll 1 wound roll per model. So 3. And so this means we're going to be 4 up invons. Cool. And so in melee, you're just going to ignore that with your parry. So the Exarch of the Warp Spiders here is going to go with the Power Blades hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. And strength 4. So needing 6s.
Your toughness is 8.
With 1 re-roll. Nope, nothing. So here we go with 9. We are going to hit quite a bit. So re-roll those 1s. And 6s to wound. 2. They're going to be on your 2-up armor save though. Go for it. No, saved. Ouch. Your turn to attack back with someone. Alright, so the Broodlord here is going to attack the Wraithlord. 2s to hit her. All hit. 5s to wound her.
Nothing special with the 6.
Just roll. I've got 8 wounds. So this is AP minus 3 regularly or 4 regularly? So 6-up save. Nope, failed. So I take a wound because you're damage 2 turns to damage 1. Alrighty, so we are going to go with one of our attacks being into the Broodlord there. That's a sweeping blow, so it's going to have 2 attacks. And then we're going to have 3 doubling into 6 with sweeping blows into the Gene Stealers. So we're going to auto hit with our 4 down here for one of the 2 attacks into the Broodlord. Rolling the other one to hit on a 3+. We do. Now wounding on a 3+. Can reroll 1 wound roll per model for 2 4-up invons on the Broodlord. Oh, she lives. So into the Gene Stealers then. And we missed with 3 of them. Wow. So that will be 2. So I can't wound you on 2+ due to Leviathan. And go. These will be 4-up invons as well. Fail one of those, so 1 Gene Stealer dies. Alright, so the Gene Stealer's into her. They are needing 3s to hit. And 6s to wound with the Gene Stealers. That'll be 3. So these will be AP minus 3 or 4 when you roll 6s. So they go straight through. She takes up to 7 wounds. Ouch. Now the Swarm Lord. Who's he attacking? Alright, Swarm Lord is targeting the Autark there. Oh dear, Celestis is in a bit of trouble. I'm going to use Lightning Fast Reflexes for -1 to hit. So 9 attacks, hitting on 3s, please. So hitting on 3s. There's 1s and 2s in there. There's a couple of 2s. That's good. That's what I like to see. Strength 9, Toughness 3. You're needing 2 pluses. Yep. 2 pluses. 1s, please. There's a couple of 1s. All right, we can live with this. These are invon saves now of a 4+. I need to re-roll one of these with a CP. I fail and she dies. Yeah, and so that will be Tyranid turn 2 now. Objective-wise, you're going to control 1, 2. So you're going to get 20 points for that. And then command phase, Broodlord's going to use his. You're going to do your abilities. I mean, the rerolls to hit don't care for your dudes there because they auto hit. And then, yeah, your objective secured on them. So, into movement. Alright, so movement all done. The Tyranids are closing in on the Aeldari lines now. Not looking great. So we'll go with Psychic Phase. Alright, so Swarmlord's going to cast Catalyst on himself. Does not go off.
Can I use...
He's going to spend a command point to re-roll. It goes off. I'm going to attempt to deny that. Which I do not. So equal. So, his second power, going to smite.
Smite the spiders.
Go for it. Goes off. I'm going to attempt to deny it again. Stop that time. Broodlord will now smite. Does not go off.
Can I...
The Zoanthropes are going to smite as well. For a 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't even stop it. So it'll be D3 plus 3. So D3 for 6. So this will be 6 invons. We'll check who's closest next in a sec. So I'm going to take 5 wounds. And so, yeah, that did not go well. Wraithlord falls down. Unfortunately, she is no longer in the battle cane. Yeah, charges. So, assault, shooting first, yeah. The Pyrovores. Right, so the Pyrovores are targeting your rangers. You're going to have 3d6 shots. You're going with the short range shooting. So that is 9. They auto hits. These will be 2s to wound the rangers. So 8 wounds. AP minus 2, you said? 4 up save on the rangers. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them dead. Biovore is going to try and finish off the unit. It has D3 shots. The D3 shots for the Biovore for 3. Ouch, it's not good. And then you just need a hit and you do a mortal. So it's 3 hits. Triple 6 is coming up. No. Ranger goes. Alrighty, so assault phase then. Not going well for the Aeldari. Gene Stealers are going to charge. Not with a double 1. You will have to... actually... Yeah, because you're minus 2 to get onto the cover, so yeah, going to have to spend a command point to reroll. That'll do it though. So the Broodlord is charging as well. 5, that'll do it. So I'm going to do Heroic Intervention, but the Gene Stealers into the Guardians.
I'm actually doing...
Right, so Broodlord with 6 attacks, attacking first then. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, your strength 5. So 2s, you hit. All hit. 3s to wound now. So those 2 are just going to kill Guardians. 1 armor save. No, so 3 Guardians die. So we are 3s to hit with the Gene Stealers then. It's a lot of hits. And 3s to insta-kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're dead. So we are going to go with the Warp Spiders into the Swarmlord. Exarch hits on 3s. No more rerolls because the Autarch is dead. And 6s can reroll 1. So we'll... Nope. 1, so this will be a 4-up invon.
Just the 1?
Just 1. No, take the damage. So the first attack through, parry, knocks the damage off it. So 3s to hit for the rest of the unit. And then 6s to wounds. 2 up armor saves. Saved. Ouch. He's going to murder them back. Alright, so Swarmlord into the Warp Spiders. We are 2s to hit. And 2s to kill. Well, 2s to wound, because I do have 5 up invons on these guys. Thanks to aspect armor. So that is 7. 5 ups. 6 die. Ouch. Alright, so Warlock has piled in. He's going to try and attack the Broodlord. So 3s to hit. Both hit. And then 3s to wound. I can reroll 1 wound roll per model, so just 1. But that is AP minus 1, so it's going to be a 4-up invon. Alright, so 1 4+ save or not? No, he dies. Warlock gets him. So we do need a morale check over there on the warp spiders. They fail with that, so they lost 6, so that's 11. So 1 model flee, and then 3 dice for the remaining ones on 1, so 1 more flees from that. Alright, so I do gain 10 points for controlling an objective. Fate dice for the rounds. That's a better roll. We'll re-roll a 3 though, into a 3. So we'll keep those. So we got a couple of psychic, hit, wound, and a save. And then we'll go into movement. Alright, so movement all done. We have disengaged over there. The Dire Avengers are going to go try and pick up the Spirit Stone. However, they go into contact with the Spore Mines, so roll 2 dice for those Spore Mines. Wow, that is 2d3 mortals on the Dire Avengers. So 1, 2, 3. 6 up to ignore mortals. Nope, 3 Dire Avengers die. Alrighty, so Psychic Phase, we are going to Smite with the Warlock to begin with. Does not go off. It's a 5, I believe. So first cast from Ulva is +1, so just on a 5. That definitely denied. Farseer will go with a Smite. Can't stop that on a 9+ from him. You can't deny him. So there's going to be D6 mortals on the Gene Stealers. For 6, they just die. Obliterated. He's going to guide himself, I guess. Yep, goes off on a 9, can't stop it. And he'll doom your Zonothropes. You can try and deny that. That's an 8. Nope, not deny. Oh, no, they get... No, it's bonuses just to cast. They don't get bonus to deny, I don't think. So all I got left is to shoot a Shuriken Pistol at him. The Warlock. Misses, because he's not guided. The Farseer then, with his Singing Spear, hits. You know what, we'll auto-wound it, because why not? So 1 armor save in your zone for it to have a 4 up invulnerable. No. So one Xenophobe takes 3 wounds from a Singing Spear. Still not enough to even kill one though. Yeah, this is not going to go well. Your turn. Alright, so Psychic Phase now after movement. Pretty much the Tyranids moving in for the kill now. On the last few remaining Eldar. There's 4-point Dire Avengers. Swarmlord's going to use Smite first. The Dire Avengers are the closer target, so that's a 9. I'm going to try and deny you. That's a 9, not enough, so D3 mortals to him. For 2, 6 up, save 1? No. They both die. And he's just going to give himself a 5 up, feel no pain. No, he does not. So Zonothropes are going to smite?
Yep.
So that's an 8, 9, 10, 11. I am going to try, I might as well. Any boxcars? No. So that is into the Warlock, because he's the closest eligible target for them.
Yep.
So D3 plus 3 mortals on him. So 5 mortals on the Warlock. 6s, ignore mortals, none. That's him dead. 1. So that's him. So shooting.
Those 2. Right,
so the Pyrovores are splitting their shots. This one is going to do the D6 shot into here. Those 2 are going to do the 2d6 shots into Kalanathi. So D6 shots for 4. They auto hit, so they're wounding on. So these will be 2s to wound because you double. So 3 AP minus 2, so these are 5 up in ones. I passed 2, so 1 dies. 1 alive. And so 46 shots for the other 2 models into the Farseer. You're going to have 9, 10, 12 shots into the Farseer. And so 3s to wound with this. So that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. And so 4 up in Von. Oh, I failed. Even if I reroll one of them, I still fail 5 and I'm dead. Wow. So Swarmlord's going to attempt an assault then, which is the only thing he can do.
Yep.
So assault with the Swarmlord. He's in. And I think I'm just going to do this. Because, yeah, 9 attacks.
5, 9.
2s. And 2s. Unless you terribly roll this. So that is 6 saves on a 5 up. That is not enough. Yeah, he's gone. So, did not go well for the Aeldari in their first Crusade game against the Nids. And so, game 1 ends in defeat versus the Tyranids. Now, our agendas were Assassins. First of all, this was completed once by the Warlock Ilya and Naton, and Recover Spirit Stones was completed once by Eldan Iran's Dire Avengers. We had some out-of-action results with Hirothoth Sunlancer's Shroud Runners gaining the Fatigued Battle Scar, and Fugathar Shadowbane's Warp Spiders gaining the Disgraced Battle Scar. Experience-wise, Farseer Kelmathi Creel gained 4 experience points, Eldain Iran's Dire Avengers gained 2, and Warlock Ilya and Nathan gained 3, while all other units for taking part in the battle gained a single experience point. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and drop a comment down below in the comment section letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server which has got a link down in the video's description where you can come chat with me about wargaming and indeed a ton of other stuff in the Discord as well. Now, if you'd like to help support the channel, the best ways to do so are down in the video's descriptions as well, either by going and joining Patreon or YouTube members, both linked in the video's description, or by grabbing some channel merch, either through our Ko-fi store or through Teespring. All of these are the best ways to help support the channel. If you'd like to do anything else and help support the channel, please reach out. We're always thankful for anyone who wants to help the channel. Thank you to our Patreon and YouTube members. We'd like to give you all a shout out for being such amazing supporters. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Kevin Bowman, and Iron Grinch, and to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Locke Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop, Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, and James South. And lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel. Couldn't do what we do without you. Thank you all once again for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.